Hi everyone, Davide here, and as always, a new video with the latest updates regarding the Japan travel ban, the Japanese borders, and when they will open to students, workers, families, couples, and hopefully at some point even for tourists. Before I start, if you haven't watched the video I made just the other day, I will link it here. It's a thank you video for everyone that has helped to the very successful event we had last Monday about the Japan travel ban, where we invited students stranded outside Japan, schools, and we raised awareness. The event was also reported by the national Japanese television. It was in the 11:50 news, is appearing on a lot of Japanese media. So please watch the video just to get a summary of what has been achieved thanks to the event. And also, of course, please watch the event. It was on YouTube Live, so you can find the event, and I will link it here so you can watch it if you haven't done so yet. So going back to the news, I'm going to share my screen now. Today I would like to start from the data, as I often do. So let's start with the vaccination data. In terms of vaccination, I think that's the most positive update. Now 35% of people in Japan have received the first shot. Please don't forget that until the end of May, so until the beginning of June, only like 3-4% had received the first shot of the vaccine. So 35% is less compared to other countries in Europe, America maybe. However, considering how we were just in June, I think it's a huge improvement. And we had 23% of people that have been fully vaccinated. You can see here that things are slowing down. However, the goal that Japan had, it was to give 1 million vaccine shots to people per day. That's kind of good news. The bad news, it's about confirmed cases. As you can see here, the cases are rising again in Japan, and that's of course is a mix of reasons. But the data that I want to show to you is that there is an increase again. So they say fifth wave. Of course, first wave now it seems like nothing. You know, when last year everyone was very worried, but we had only like 300 cases per day. The second wave also small. Then the third and the fourth wave were significant here in Japan. Still a maximum of 7,000 cases per day. Now we have about 3,000 cases total per day in Japan. So still very low compared to other places in the world. However, for Japan, we are increasing, which is not a good sign. The news, the other news is that because of people now are getting vaccinated, especially over 65 now are largely vaccinated. 83% of over 65 people in Japan have received at least one shot, and over 60% are fully vaccinated. That's why deaths are pretty much, of course, you know, no death should happen, but you know, it's 10 per day in the whole country. In Japan is 125 million people. So I think the fact that, you know, people are getting vaccinated shows also on the daily new deaths. And regarding the news, Japan starting checking COVID vaccination status of overseas arrivals. Japan has begun surveying overseas arrivals about their COVID-19 vaccination status, and it explores the feasibility of emptying those vaccinated abroad from the country's strict entry restrictions. Government source say Tuesday. And here in yellow, Japan has so far approved 3 vaccines: Pfizer, Moderna, and AstraZeneca. And here in blue, the government plans to use their response to its survey in conjunction with other data, such as each vaccine efficacy, to determine whether border measure can be eased in the future. According to the Immigration Service Agency of Japan, around 43,000 Japanese nationals and 17,000 foreigners, mostly Olympic-related people, entered the country in June. So what does this mean? This news, I think, overall is positive. It means that they are starting to study way to ease border restrictions and quarantine restrictions. So they don't have the confidence yet to do so. However, this thing that is happening is a good sign in the direction that they may start to let some group of people, could be people that have already got a vaccine, could be people that are coming for study. Of course, we don't know yet what they're planning to do, because one of the problems is that we haven't heard from the government what are their plans, but they are surely planning to use more vaccine passports and accepting people vaccinated into the country, accepting those vaccinated abroad from the country's strict entry restrictions. So this is, I think, a key point. Even if they're just thinking, I think from the status we are now, we'll take it. And hopefully in a month or two, this will become an action and people can start entering Japan. That's my hope. There is no confirmation, of course, but it's a good news. And Kyoto News, of course, is a very official source of information. So we are talking about something that they are already testing, not just a rumor. It's a short news, but I have highlighted this for you. As of July 21, there are already some countries that have been, they will accept the Japanese vaccine passport that will be issued from next Monday. So from next Monday, Japan will issue the first vaccine passport. That's already decided. We don't know the details yet, as perfect Japanese style. We know something, but we don't know the details yet. But in less than 4 days, Japan will issue their vaccine passports, and those passports should be used in over 30 countries. However, as this part I've highlighted says, as of July 21st, the countries on the list are Italy, Austria, Turkey, Bulgaria, Poland, South Korea, and Estonia. First of all, I'm shocked that Italia, my country, Italy, is the first in the list. I don't understand why this is happening. I think it's been some diplomacy masterwork, but unfortunately, there is not a single word of reciprocity. But I expect something to happen at some point, because it would be very strange if vaccine passport will be accepted in 30 countries and not a single country asks for reciprocity for their passport. So we should still take this as a positive news. Could bring Japan to accept other vaccine passport, like for example the European Green Pass, and I know other countries have their version of the vaccine passport. For the next news, I would like to share something that I've received on Twitter, and if you not follow me on Twitter, I will link my Twitter in the description as always. And you know, there are a lot of news that I'm sharing, a lot of articles that we are working, and you know, we talk a lot about international students, especially here. But I received this news on Twitter, and when I first got it, I was really astonished. I was stunned. I was shocked. I couldn't believe it. And that's why I want to invite the person that sent it to me today. Hi, Rotikan. You are from Indonesia, right?
Yes, sir. I'm from Jakarta, Indonesia.
Jakarta. I've been there actually a few times. I've been there a few times. The traffic is crazy. I think it took 4 hours to go 15 kilometers from the airport to the hotel. It was it was insane.
That's true.
But today we are here to talk not about Jakarta actually, but about a news that you sent me on Twitter. You reached me on Twitter and you share a news that at the beginning I thought it couldn't be true, to be honest. So I kind of took a day to reply to you because it was really shocking. This is the news that you sent to me on Twitter. What the title is say?
So the title is the sons of Elanga went on vacation to Japan during the semi-lockdown taken by the local politician.
And he's the son, right? On the right?
Yes, and his wife.
Her wife. And who is Airlangga? Sorry, I don't know much about Indonesian politics.
Erlangga Hartanto is his father's name.
But what politician is what role as in Indonesia? What is his role?
His role is Ministry of Economic Coordinator, and his son is named Odi Pratama.
And was their honeymoon, right? There was their honeymoon. And I read that after this scandal erupted in Indonesia, they took down the Instagram account. Is it true? They deleted the photos.
True. Very true. There's a lot of his wife, Rachel Teresia, Instagram celebrant who actually popular in the country, received lots of fair respects by not only just Indonesians, but also a lot of for international students from other countries as well. So that's why she chose to deactivate his her Instagram account.
I'm smiling to try, to don't cry, because from one side, of course, we can never laugh, but what happened is really unacceptable and very, very sad, and really give you an extra feeling how everything that is happening now is just political. The decisions taken for who can enter and who doesn't are not based on science, of course, are not based on data, of course, because we know that students could enter last year and there was not a single case of virus brought by students when they could enter last year. And why now 80,000 Olympic athletes can enter and students still cannot enter? Someone that has a diplomatic passport can do a honeymoon in Japan without, I'm sure they didn't do quarantine, because honeymoon, you don't do 14 days quarantine. Like, I don't know for sure, it's my assumption, but I imagine that they just went straight to take photos without the mask and everything. But students will do quarantine because they don't want to cause any risk to the population. So I think it's really unacceptable, and that's another story which I really thank you for sending to me, because I'm not following all the news, that really show how it's important to raise awareness and talk about this problem of students, because we need to really reach decision maker and government to let students enter by October. Do you have anything else you want to share about your story, about yourself, or anything you want to say to the Japanese government? Do you have anything you want to say?
First, I really would like to thank you, Mr. David Rossi, for the time from previous efforts as well, support us to enter Japan as possible this year. And my name is Bintang Benegoro Tikan. I'm a Japanese language student for JASO Osaka, as like many other international students for Japan. I've been faithfully waiting to enter Japan to attend my Japanese school studies in late 2019 until now. We international students have been facing these common struggles and have losing many opportunities since Japan government have decided to close the border and banning us from entering Japan. Also, we have been vaccinated, spent lots of time, effort, and money for Japan. We international students are not just mere students. We are scientists, researchers, businessmen, soldiers, politicians, artists, investors, teachers, and many more that could support Japan to contribute to Japan in this global era of cosmopolitanism as part of the international community as a whole. We understood that the current pandemic situation has bring us all into a very difficult times together. However, it is also very unfair and irresponsible if Japan government has able to continue to hold the Olympics, as well as inviting hundreds, thousands of athletes, staff, coaches, politicians, official affiliates, celebrities, and many more. We provided special privilege and less quarantine measures, as they are all considered as important to Japan Olympic and, of course, for Japan's sporting industry. While on the other hand, we international students have been left out in the dark and banned from entering Japan. We international students and others shall not be subjected to any discriminatory act or subjugation. We, as a human being and Japanese people and in the international community as a whole, we belong as one and equal human being who has, of course, deserved basic human rights and freedom. And of course, this is not only just for our contributions to Japan, but also as part of the open and free Indo-Pacific projection.
Thank you very much, Rotikan. I wish you to be able to come to Japan really soon, by this October, because we have been waiting. You have, as you said, you have been waiting basically from 2019, so it's already 2 years. And yes, and I think, yeah, no one should wait so long to start their career, to start their study, or to start their work, like you said. Thank you very much, Rotikan, for sharing your story with me today. Thank you.
Oh, my pleasure, and thank you very much, Mr. David Ross.
That's everything for today. If you would like to share your story, or if you have any news that you think I should talk on my channel, please write in the comment down below or reach me on Twitter. If you want to keep yourself updated with the latest news related to the Japan travel ban and how it's affecting international students, family, workers, and couples all around the world, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bata ne!